Welcome to Metal Perspective. I'm Pete. This is Johnny. And
Swift Jesus.
all right. We're talking about Budweiser. So what's going on with Budweiser?
They went woke, so here very soon they'll be going broke.
They
I
put
hope so.
a tranny on their bottle.
So
Or not bottle, but
Can or
can
So-
or
packaging.
whatever.
what
Bud
kind
Light,
of tranny
yeah.
was this? Was Ford
It was a
or Chevy
dude
transmission?
Going to a,
Oh.
I think it was a dude going to a chick. And they said, "This is who we are."
This is who we are.
And
Does
everyone
Bud Light
at
not-
my work.
Does Bud Light not realize who their fucking number one consumers are?
Well, exactly.
Rednecks.
A lot of the fucking
Fucking
football
rednecks,
That's what
you
they
know,
said. They're like all of us rednecks here.
heterosexual fucking conservative men.
It's so crazy.
They're gonna go bankrupt. Just saying.
It was topic of this morning's discussion at work. Let me tell you that.
people. Yeah.
Regardless of where you stand, all I have to say is based on the flag they're waving now, based on who their number one buyer is, consumer. They really just shot themselves in the foot with
This is
a
my-
fucking hollow point.
Okay, so let's really look at it. They don't have any other people on their brand, right? Their Anheuser-Busch's Clydesdale.
I think Bush and Budweiser, Bud Light.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Well, they
now
also have
they don't
the-
have like a man or a woman on there. Why would
They're-
you even do that?
Yeah.
A lot of people think their beers are suck already as it
Well, they're
is.
sugary.
Well,
No sugary shit. But
Bud
yeah,
Light-
you're right about the Clydesdale. So
I mean,
Those
I
are
mean,
good
I
things.
like all beers. I'm not picky, but I think Bud Light is highly overrated. I think that's probably the least of my favorite light beers.
Mhm.
I would prefer Coors Light, Miller Light any day of the fucking week.
Yeah,
Bud
I
Light.
feed you Miller Lite.
Exactly.
All the time.
That's where I come to get my fix for Miller when it's
Yeah.
Miller time.
Miller time.
But yeah, friggin'.
Yeah, Clydesdales. Let's go.
Good
let's
move,
stick with
fucking
the
Anheuser
Clydesdale.
Busch, whatever the fuck your name is. You fucked up, and now people aren't gonna buy your shit.
So
Your number one consumers, who are the complete opposite of who you're fucking representing now, are gonna boycott the hell out of you, and you're fucked.
Yeah. Well, that goes along with the what was it, senator or congresswoman, who had a picture of a tranny with two guns, and said this is a something or another, and it was basically a point of violence against anybody who doesn't believe in it.
Right,
You know,
right around the same time, you have a school shooting performed by a transgender who killed 3 9-year-olds and some
Right.
teachers. So it almost sounds like they condone violence.
Well, they do. They have been for a while. You know, Antifa.
But you know,
Black
we're the
Lives Matter
fucking,
and everything.
but we're the fucking fascists and the Nazis. You know, because of January 6th.
I mean, so you got Budweiser. I know M&M's. Was it Ann? I don't. What was the candy? It was M&M. Mars Company, or it was the M&M's, right? That have a tranny fucking M&M now.
Yes.
Okay, so you know everybody's doing their shit.
Damn, this episode is straight political today.
Well, no, that's not really political. I mean,
So
we
far.
turned religious too, because I don't want that fucking shit in my face either. You know, I'd as soon have a fucking Jehovah's Witness or a Judas Priest knocking on my fucking door. I'd rather have a Judas Priest knocking on my door, but Jehovah's Witness knocking on my door than tranny or vice
Good
versa.
evening,
I don't
sir.
want
Do you
either
have
one
a
of those
moment to
motherfuckers.
talk about heavy metal?
Do you have a moment to speak about Jesus? All right, look, motherfucker, I don't like.
Yeah,
your,
if you got a moment to speak about, death metal or something, yeah.
I don't like how you subscribe to Jesus, just like I don't like how trannies subscribe.
Why
to the
you
rest
trying
of
to
the
sell
country.
Jesus when Jesus is Jesus? Right, Swift Jesus.
But I don't want anybody. I don't want it in my fucking face. Just like the. Well, if we have grandkids,
I don't
mean,
either.
you got kids, and I know if my kids were young, I sure as shit, if the schools had transsexual book time or whatever the hell it was, I'd be pissed too.
Drag queen
But
story
to
time.
be brutally
Yeah.
honest, I would rather send my kid nowadays to a Christian school than any public school.
And
Right
you know what DeSantis
day
has
and
done
age.
here. This is gonna get political because I'm about fucking tired of shit going on. But what DeSantis has done here about the books and everything. Nobody reads the fucking bill. He's just taking porn out of the schools. And he read verse by verse, line by line, a fucking book in
Yeah, like
MSNBC.
adult
He's like,
sexual
oh my
fucking
God,
books.
you're showing porn. He's all, this is what they're putting in the fucking schools. This is, what the fuck, man? It's bad enough as it is when the kids get to, start listening to rap or even some metal, some fucking hair bands, just straight up fucking rock and roll bands, and start listening to that shit and then talk about pussy and fucking and shit and partying. I mean, that's part of our culture, but you don't need to push this shit when they're fucking 5 and 6, 7 years old.
Well, let alone it's not only like it's not like hardcore like heterosexual fucking literature. It's
Correct.
it's the fucking gay and the trans bullshit.
Correct.
That's fucking bad.
And yeah,
I don't care who the fuck you are. I don't care where you stand on any of that shit. But you're gonna push fucking sexual shit, especially fucking homosexual and like tranny bullshit on children. Then you're fucked up. You yourself are. I think it's a push to liberate and normalize pedophilia, in my opinion. If you ask me.
well, I mean, it was normal in fucking Greece, and they're gone. They're child-loving motherfuckers.
I mean,
But-
I know some left-wing motherfuckers who are even against that shit.
Yeah.
Like some hardcore leftists that are like, no,
Yeah.
believe it or not.
Also, anybody who knows me, I have a liberal streak and I have a conservative streak, but I'm more
It's
down.
just called being a free thinker. That's all.
Yeah,
it is.
it's more down the middle.
Just
than
because
anything.
just because you have an opinion on one thing doesn't define you as what your like political affiliation is or whatever.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, the left has their shit together when they aim their sights at something or someone. Everybody gets behind them. You'll have
Like what we were just talking about with Anheuser-Busch.
yeah, but like you'll have like Hillary Clinton or Joe Biden, even though it's the shittiest pick you could possibly do, they'll all stand behind it. And they'll know it's like, we're gonna back this fucking guy.
Well, it must be some sort of lobbyist thing or something.
No, and this leads me to the Trump and DeSantis thing, which pisses me off more than anything. DeSantis has not said that he's going to run. He may not. He may. It doesn't matter. He hasn't said he's not or is
I think
or
he's
he is.
in the waters.
Well, but he hasn't outright said I'm running. So everybody on the side with Trump and everybody, all these fucking forever Trumpers that can kiss my fucking ass, all of them can kiss my ass.
I'm a forever Trumper.
Well, you're not, because you would vote for fucking DeSantis pretty quick too.
Oh yeah.
But no, I'm talking about all these forever Trumpers and right down
They're gonna start talking shit.
Guilfoyle
on
and a lot of these motherfuckers talk shit on DeSantis. He hadn't even said he was going to run.
Well, what's funny is the only like when I see posts from fucking libtards on DeSantis,
Mhm.
the only thing they can do is like Trump, only thing they can do is insult his looks or what he's wearing.
Yeah,
Sure, no, I think DeSantis is a pretty good looking guy.
Well, people
pretty sharp dress.
people like to make fun of Trump and insult Trump for being fucking calling him
Orange.
the orange man, his fucking hair, what have you. But they would also actually, lay down a fucking argument as to why they don't like him politically. With DeSantis, all they can do is insult him, the fucking clothes he's wearing or the boots he's wearing. That's it. They have no fucking argument as to why DeSantis, in their opinion,
Well,
sucks.
neither does Trump.
They have no fucking argument. I haven't seen one.
Neither the forever Trumpers either. There's no argument. There's no reason they should be attacking this guy instead of Trump reaching across the aisle and saying, "Hey, man, you mind if I do this? Mind if I take the fucking lead? We all get unified or something." I don't understand why he, hadn't
be
learned
that
from. He
leader.
has not fucking learned from the first fucking election.
Well, I think that's because he was fighting. He had to fight pretty much everybody that was
Yeah,
on either
He
side.
had to go against the grain because,
I-
and that's one of the only reasons why I fucking like Trump. not only because my wallet was fatter, I vote for who I fucking benefit from, who my wallet, my family benefit from, and it's never been a fucking Democrat for as long as I've been
No,
alive.
but I'm
That's
just
for
saying.
damn sure.
I'm saying
But-
with Cruz and everybody else, he just tore everybody down.
Well,
And
But
well,
they
Cruz
tore
like
is
what
also
Ann's
a-
saying.
Cruz is also a pussy, like a lot of them are.
Uh,
And that's why
Not anymore.
Well,
No,
he
Cruz
was
has
for
been
a while. I
tearing
don't
these
know.
motherfuckers
I
apart.
haven't been really following the news, believe it or not, up until today for obvious reasons.
Right.
But
Beer.
I beer, the whole indictment thing, but
That's a joke. That's gonna blow up in their fucking face. Even a lot of Democrats have said, "Don't fucking do this."
Trump,
34 counts.
Trump goes against the fucking grain.
Of-
He's not gonna.
Of what?
He's not gonna read off of a teleprompter. He's not gonna. He's not gonna fucking baffle you with bullshit. He's not gonna sugarcoat anything. He's gonna fucking and if you want to be a dick, he's gonna call you a fucking dick. I mean, that's just the kind of guy he is.
Right.
That's why I like the guy.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's not a fucking pushover.
No.
Most Republicans are. That's why we're fucking losing.
Well, no, I don't think. But DeSantis is not. Ted Cruz is not.
Exactly. That's why.
But that's the whole thing is
DeSantis
instead
is
of
definitely not, and that's why I support DeSantis.
coming across the aisle and saying, "Hey, man," and being cool with each other, it would be nice. That's the unified. That's what the Democrats are doing. They're unified in what they're doing. The right is not, or the Republicans are not. And this is the reason why they lose.
Well, people like me that vote, primarily, not primarily, but always will never vote for a Democrat.
No.
Is
I have.
no, never. I will never vote for a fucking Democrat based off of their history, past and present.
Right.
Because they can't baffle me with their bullshit. But Republicans are not fucking fighting as hard as these fucking Dems are. To stop, Dems are fighting to fucking, tear this fucking country down, and Republicans are kind of just rolling over and be like, oh, well, no, it's not right. We don't agree with it, but, they're going to do it, so fuck it.
So what were you gonna say?
I don't remember.
34 counts of what?
Bullshit.
34 counts of trying to. I forget exactly what it was called, but it was
Probably some
basically
kind of-
34 counts of trying to hide the hush money and business dealings.
So probably some kind of obstruction.
So something
They
that is
they were-
practiced daily in Washington.
That's what Greta Van Susteren said.
I was just saying, trust.
She's great at that, and that's why I want to go watch her show right now. But Greta Van Susteren basically just said,
I just
so
don't care.
you're saying that he's going to get charged with this when everybody in corporate America does it,
Corporate.
everybody in Washington D.C. has done it,
That's
and
what-
prove it. But you're going to go after Trump.
It's
because
clearly-
you say he did it.
It's clearly fucking political because even fucking Ray Charles can see that it's political
Well, I mean, even
for obvious fucking reasons.
He's
Oh.
dead, so he can't really.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he's dead and
well,
blind.
a lot of companies, either you going in or going out, you have to sign an NDA.
That's.
And usually,
I've had to have
usually
people
an
sign
egg,
NDAs before.
yeah,
and-
usually a nice paycheck comes with that too. You're not just getting your last 2 weeks
Nope.
or your last week or whatever. You're getting your, everything, and then some.
And there's a good damn reason why we do NDAs.
Yeah, and that's bribery. That's corporate bribery right there.
Absolutely, 100%.
Then bribe you to shut your fucking mouth.
Shut your mouth.
That's
We
what
do
it
what
is.
we do.
They have it over at your place. I know, you know, and they have it at my place,
We actually do NDAs
and they probably have it at your
It's
place. if you
it's
quit.
as I say
on
it's
onboarding.
Yeah, see, you got NDAs on
it's
onboarding.
it's not what they make it out to be. It's like, well, we're gonna compensate you if you do this, but
No,
it's
but
off the
you-
Or
record, but-
anymore, like our NDAs are more of like you're not going to divulge any proprietary information to a competitor or something like that.
Right.
And they sign that.
Point
True
being though,
NDAs though are like you cannot talk about anything, and we're gonna give you some hush money so you don't talk to anybody.
Point being though about Trump is that if they were to find out that he tore the tag off of a hotel mattress 30 years ago, they'd throw the fucking book at him. I mean, that's just that they're gonna do everything in their fucking power that will smear his fucking character to prevent people from electing him. Come next year.
20.
He has 34 counts of falsifying business records.
Falsifying business records. So they have to directly link him to falsifying business records, not somebody
That
who
he
worked
wrote-
for him.
But
Yeah,
but
he
point
had
the finger at him because
100%.
he's the
this
CEO
would
of
be
the company,
dangerous.
so he's at fault because
It's
he's the
hugely
CEO.
dangerous because now you're saying that he's gonna have to pay the piper for someone that worked for him.
Right, and that goes with Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos.
Absolutely.
That goes with every
Bill
fucking
Gates.
any big fucking business owner. Anybody had any shyster shit going on?
Zuckerberg.
That means the owner or the CEO can be effectively fucking sued and put in jail.
Absolutely, 100%. Because HR people can, HR directors. If for some reason, you're fired for you feel some type of discrimination and stuff, you can sue that director also. Just like you can sue the CEO. Not that you're gonna win, but you can sue them.
Yeah,
But this
it's
just
money.
opens up, I think, a whole nother litany of what people can do and get away with.
Well, it basically
Really get away
says if I commit some kind of fraud within the company, I'm not getting the punishment.
with. Yeah, the CEO,
The
or
CEO.
the owner or whatever else
Yeah.
is going to.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
not
you
right.
think that if you think the fucking CEO or the owner or whatever of a company would actually allow that if they were to catch those fucking people, they'd fire them in a heartbeat. I mean,
Right. No, when they do, or if they don't know, it's a completely different story. But the problem is, if you
it's
don't
like punish
know
the
and they
masses
find out,
starting at the top, basically.
if you don't know and they find out, this just means that the CEO can go to fucking jail if
So
they're
Michael
successful.
Cohen, which is Trump's attorney,
Mm-hmm.
paid Stormy Daniels
Yeah.
with his own money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Michael Cohen did it.
Yes. But Trump continuously pays him so much money all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, what they're saying is with that money, Michael Cohen paid off Stormy Daniels.
So they're trying to say it paid
no
by
shit.
proxy.
He probably did because, not that Trump said to do it, but they're doing it because Michael Cohen got $100 and some thousand. So of course, it was Trump's money. It's always going to be Trump's money because that was his only account.
Right.
So who else's money is it going to be?
So in other words, that's again blaming Trump for something someone else did.
Well, yeah, and not just that, but then turn it around. Stormy Daniels owes Trump $330,000
For what?
because he actually sued her with Michael Avenatti, that's in jail. Her attorney that started this whole shit, he's in jail, and Trump won the lawsuit against her by, I don't remember what it was. I think it was from basically lying in court. And defamation. So
Perjury.
there you go. I mean, this is a whole bunch of shit.
Oh yeah,
It's another
I
political
remember hearing
scam.
about
It's
his
another.
arrest.
It's another tactic to defamate his character to make him look like he's this fucking crooked man and blah blah blah.
A guy that's got billions of dollars. I doubt he's innocent.
Because y'all know. I
I doubt he's 100% innocent.
Y'all know what's
I'm
going
sure
on. in the
he's
world.
done something.
This
Well,
is
who's-
what I said at work.
But I'm
Isn't
not-
there an old Bible saying or old? Like who hath no sin cast the first stone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Fuck, come on, man.
But
I'll
I'm
say-
just saying is that I doubt he's guilty of half the shit that they're putting on him.
But do you pay for the things that you haven't done because you've done other things? No, that's not how.
Well,
No,
y'all know.
no,
Y'all
that's
know.
that's not what I'm saying.
Y'all know what's really going on in the world right now. We're facing much bigger fucking issues
Yeah,
than
Bigger fish.
fucking Trump's drama.
Oh,
We're
the
facing
whole
fucking nuclear
China,
threat
Russia,
and like
Iran,
economic. I was
all
gonna say
that whole
economic
coalition.
downfall. So, and this is their fucking concern. So it shows you where the leaders of this fucking
Well,
nation's
it's our
priorities
concern
are.
because we're clearly talking about it quite a bit.
Well,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
But
Well-
I think it's important to know that
Because this is our fucking home.
person that we decide that we're gonna have
The-
the president.
because this is
Th-
our-
th-
this
well,
is our
gonna
home.
Be,
This
this
is-
is going to be the person to protect us in
Yeah.
the next bunch of years against all this bullshit.
Absolutely.
That shouldn't
Exactly.
happen if he was already in.
Exactly. They're more concerned about this shit than actually facing the fucking imminent fucking economic collapse of the United States as well as fucking nuclear war. So, here we are, fucking
Yeah.
human race 2023, America 2023.
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah,
I
well,
hope
that
so.
may be too late.
may be.
We may not even be here next week.
We may be
let alone
fucking made of clay
fucking
by that time.
2024. I
Fucking
think the
clay
big
graveyard.
problem is now that they won't accept the petrodollar, and if like they do what Gaddafi did, and say, hey, I'm gonna accept all oil payments in gold, we're fucked.
Yeah, we're gonna starve to
You
death.
know, we're fucked.
Yeah, but,
because you
again-
have to produce you have to get the gold.
Yeah,
to pay
but
them.
you know what?
We can't
I don't see that happening.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
they've already gotten rid the China and everybody signed
Brazil.
a deal saying no more petrodollar.
Brazil was one.
So we're
Yeah.
China, Iran, Russia.
A bunch of smaller.
they're not going to
nations, too.
accept fucking American dollar
Yep.
for oil.
China, Russia, Brazil, and someone else.
And
And
gas
it-
is over $3.50 again.
And I'm not sure exactly the
Saudi
timeline
Arabia is not going to do that.
that they're
I think
part
they
of.
already did. Iran
Yeah.
did it. I think
I don't
Iran
care
did it.
what Iran did. Saudi Arabia is not. doing
I'm
that.
not sure if United Arab Emirates did.
Okay.
UAE did, but that's a big deal because now it's breaking down the whole Middle East. So
So we just drill again and take care of ourselves.
But
they
we won't. They won't.
Fucking with Biden.
We're
in
gonna
office,
destroy
they're
the
not-
planet
I-
if we do that.
Pete, I'm telling you right now, if you have one or the other, no oil, or you're gonna have to drill for oil because you're not getting oil from anyone else, they're gonna do that.
I hope so.
No,
I hope
let
they
me,
pull
let
their
me
heads
tell
out of
you
their ass when
something.
they do that.
If
I
you
really-
have a puppet in your back pocket and you are the one pulling the strings and you say you are not going to drill for oil, are you going to drill for oil?
And the puppeteer is China.
Yeah, they're gonna drill for oil because you know what's gonna happen? I'm telling you. People will revolt and they will.
And
They
that's what
don't
I'm
care.
leading you.
They
That's
don't
what I'm
care if
leading
we
the
revolt.
conversation to is people are going to revolt because this
But
piece
what
of shit's not
I'm
going to do
saying
it.
is those companies are gonna go ahead and do it anyway.
Well, I'd like to see him. Once they go, okay, you go ahead, and he sends the fucking military to shut him down.
We're gonna be facing a
Is it really
serious
gonna get that
fucking
far?
a,
Well, I'm just
No,
saying it's all speculation.
it's gonna
on
be
everything,
a
but
resource war.
This
It's gonna be
makes it very hard for everybody what they're doing.
yeah. It's
And-
gonna be a
and it-
resource war.
and it will cripple the American people
Yep.
Like usual.
as usual. Yes, and we are number one. Patriotism is an all-time low. Only at 39% of the country.
Well, it depends on what you label as patriotism. Some people will label
No. Like believe in their country. I believe in my country. I do not believe in the government, just like a lot of.
But
fucking
that's
people.
where people have a different distinction. Some
Well,
people don't see.
It's no. They. All right. Go ahead.
Some people don't see the people as the country. They see the government as
Yes.
the country. I don't believe the government. I don't care for the government.
We the people.
Now, I'm going to finish. It's all the rest of these fucking idiots out here. You're trans. You're all these motherfuckers. Are on that fucking pole also, and they.
Yeah, if
and,
you-
and a lot of the left and the Democrats and everybody are saying they do not believe in this fucking country.
But
That's-
they're also a negligible amount.
That's why they're calling the whole January 6th.
And I would believe 40% of the.
Well, that's
the,
why they're calling the whole
country.
January 6th bullshit. A fucking insurrection, committing treason, blah blah blah. Holding Trump accountable for that as treason.
When he said protest peacefully.
Right.
Well, it was
But
like-
yet attacking your
that
government
I might add.
because
You know?
I say trying to forcefully attack your government because you feel that they're committing injustice is not fucking treason. You believe they're committing treason and you're the one being the fucking patriot. That's just that's actually how it is.
And see, we're treading in waters that nobody's right, nobody's wrong.
Nobody's right.
Nobody
No.
knows
No.
because
Everybody on the right is fucking
like
wrong.
even
Everybody
if you
on the
have
left is right.
like a Crowder sitting here or your Burks or your fucking Shapiro's, nobody knows what the fucking future is. This is all speculation.
You can
on what's gonna
project.
happen.
Absolutely.
You know, like I say, if they go to gold, it's gonna fucking cripple us. And a lot of people, no, why would they go to gold?
But I
Because
think-
it would fuck us up
A
severely.
former 4-star general, like a retired 4-star general, who I guess was like, I don't know if he was like Joint Chief of Staff or whatnot, but nonetheless, still very up there, high ranking, very knowledgeable of warfare, obviously, and economic tactics against other countries trying to collapse one another economically. He predicts that we'll be at war with China by 2025.
I've been predicting that earlier, but by 2025 is pretty good.
But it makes sense at the same time, whether you're you or a general. I mean, if I think this country is not going to reelect, whether they commit as much voter fraud as they can. I don't think they're going to reelect the Biden administration. Whether it be Trump or some other Republican, I think that future potential president is not going to bow to China, and that's probably what's going to
I think it really.
take us to war.
I think
And-
it really depends, honestly, Jeff. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I think it really depends on how much it hurts people's pockets right now. And as it continues, and I think that's where the patriotism is coming from, is when people are hurting, people aren't as happy with, the government or
Well, and
or
they're
what-
not going to give a shit about the people around them if
whatever
they
that
can't
is, right?
even take care of themselves.
Absolutely, but I think we were talking today about Biden, and we 100% don't believe. I don't believe that Kamala Harris is going to be on that ticket again. But they were
She's fucking
saying
idiot.
that they
She's like a
think
ghost.
Gavin
You don't
Newsom
hear about
is
her,
going to
see
be
her.
on that ticket, and that's setting up Gavin for 8 years. So if we don't
Gavin's a fucking moron.
I know, but people look
I mean-
at. They had a recall on
pedophile,
him,
but
and
that-
California totally fucking reelected.
But
him
that's
again.
fucking California.
I understand, but there's
That
a lot
guy
of
that guy
Democrats
is
that are
that guy
gonna
is like
follow him.
he is worse than fucking Trudeau.
Okay.
I'm just saying. If
You had
any Democrats that value any kind of fucking freedoms, have any kind of fucking money, would hate this motherfucker.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%.
But
It's all the people. As long as,
at least
long
he's
as
not
you
a
keep,
Republican.
as long as you keep the people poor and you're giving them checks, because I'm gonna say it, Americans are fucking pussies now. They're a bunch of bitches, man. The time when you got to collect a check from your own fucking government, you can't go out and earn your own money, or the government's paying more than the fucking jobs around you. It's disgusting. It really is. It's not a place you'd want to fucking live. Now you're going to be under control, because now the government's going to say, hey, I can control how much money you get, and especially when they collapse the fucking dollar, like they're going to fucking collapse the dollar, and you're going to go into the digital Fed. What's the fucking new Fed coin called? The fucking digital coin that Fed's using, that they want to
Their
push
new
us all into.
cryptocurrency, yeah.
The Fed wants to push in digital currency. So you're
Why
gonna
do they want to do that, though, is the thing.
they want to control your money.
They want to know what, they want to monitor what you're buying.
They want to know what you're buying, and if you say anything like what we're doing now, they could turn around and go,
They can
no
shut
more
your account
fucking
off.
money for you.
It's an easier
control.
way, like when China took over their banks, because they couldn't stop people from going out and trying to take money out of their banks. They were putting but they were putting tanks in front of the banks
This
to
this
threaten
right
people
now,
and say you're not taking your money out.
if
I didn't know that.
So if you have a cryptocurrency, they could go to that digital wallet and wipe everything out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
this right here is the purest form of fascist in the modern age. What they're fucking doing.
So-
And the fucking idiots that support the shit are the same idiots calling fucking people like Trump or DeSantis a fascist because he passed he lifted a fucking restriction on a concealed carry law, so he's a fascist. And I had to troll this fucking idiot on a Facebook
Yeah.
page today and tell him that you do realize that fascists don't allow their fucking citizens to own firearms.
Own weapons, yeah.
What? So your statement calling him fascist DeSantis is a fucking oxymoron.
He did sign that bill.
Oh, he did?
Yep.
The concealed carry one?
So when does
It's
it go?
signed.
When does it go?
I
into
think it's
effect?
already in
I don't know.
effect. However, with that bill being in effect, you still, if you don't have a concealed carry permit, you can still obtain one. But if
And
but if you
it's
don't have one,
recommended.
right? But if you don't have one, you still have to wait the 3 day hold.
3 or
That's
whatever
check.
the hold is. No, but that's fine.
So it's
I
like
like.
it's a
right.
constitutional carry
Right.
then, right?
Right.
Well,
but
constitutional carry's awesome.
But once you obtain the firearm legally, then you can conceal carry without having a permit.
That's
But-
fine.
But if
Here's
God
the
forbid
other
something
thing is-
happens, and you actually have to use it because somebody's threatening your life, then you will hold up better in court if you have a carry license.
Right. Well, yeah. The other thing is reciprocity
right.
in other states.
100%.
That's the biggest deal for me. And it's not. I'm not going out and buying a gun every fucking month. So the 3-day wait. It is fucking nice to go in there and like 20 minutes later
Yeah.
or a couple hours later go pick up your gun and
Walk out with a gun you fell in love with at first sight.
You know.
Yeah, I waited 3 days. If they did a 3-day wait on everything, I don't care.
Yeah, so long as it's not in like Daytona Beach or Orlando or something.
Well, I just don't
So-
like. The biggest reason why I don't like 3-day waits is the gun shows, because if I go to a gun show, like 10 miles from my house, and I buy a gun from
Yeah.
a supplier, I got to go 100 miles away to go pick the motherfucker up in a week.
That's what we did. That's what we
That's
did.
the problem.
That's what we had to do when Crystal got her first gun.
And there's your gun show loophole.
At a local gun show we had here in Titusville,
Yeah, I remember.
the dealer was from Longwood. Like
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The
Yeah.
gun shop that was at the Titusville gun show was in Longwood. Well, she didn't have her CCW yet at the time. She actually took her CCW class at that gun show, got her certificate and all that, and then applied for it. But we had to wait 3 days, and then we had to drive all the way
July
out to
1st.
Longwood to pick the gun up and pay for it.
It goes into
July
July
1st.
1st.
July 1st. So happy 4th of July,
That's
ladies and
awesome,
gentlemen.
man.
So
I'm happy about
I,
that.
Happy Independence Day, Florida.
I just wanted to say something because you were talking about going to war with China, and now if
It's
we have
terrifying.
somebody who isn't willing to bend the knee, and that's the reason why we go is because we refuse to submit. I have no problem fighting that war.
And that would be Trump.
No problem. But now if we go to war with China because we're submitting, but they want to completely take over,
Right.
and the government's gonna let them, that's fucked. I'm gonna have to
Regardless
fight
of
that
whether
war.
we
that would
submit-
not happen.
Regardless of whether we submit or not submit, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I have
It's
no
gonna
I have
happen,
no
one way or
problem
another.
fighting the war if it means someone's refusing to submit.
Trump
That's
had
fine.
China on their fucking knees when he was in office.
Mhm.
And if he comes back, he's gonna.
Well,
he's-
it's all a show
I
of
mean-
strength. Even if he comes back, there's there's not enough strength that he has to fight against all those countries.
yeah,
They're
I'm
gonna
just
turn around and
saying
like,
he's
yeah,
he's
you
not
kissed my
going
ass.
to bend though. He will not bend to China because of how he sanctioned them with all the tariffs and shit. Back in his administration, he's not going to submit to China. Part of his political campaign is fucking calling China out on all their fucking shit. Everything from economics to being communist to the fucking coronavirus. He fucking hates China.
I can't fucking believe a lot of the people still believe the coronavirus shit.
I got people that I work with that still believe in it. Which is funny
Believe in
because
what
they
about,
kind of stand on the side of us, but just COVID was the one thing that they kind of bought into.
Yeah.
Why,
Well,
I
it's-
don't know.
It's all
It was to
political.
it was
It's
to
their
scare
religion.
it was to terrify the masses. know?
Oh yeah.
Every fucking media outlet from CNN to Fox
And nobody wants to be wrong.
hyped the shit out of it.
I
And
personally don't give a shit if I'm wrong
And
or
that's when
wrong.
they were like, okay, everybody should wear a mask, everybody should social distance, and then when the vaccine comes, everybody should get the vaccine. So they hyped the fuck up to make it out to be this deadly fucking, like it was the Spanish flu in 1912 or some shit, the bubonic plague, when really it wasn't. It still damaged a lot of people,
Oh, yeah.
but it was nowhere near as deadly or lethal as the media hyped it up to be, as Fauci hyped it up to be, back and forth.
Well, just killed the already sick like what a flu does.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you got AIDS or cancer, it's probably gonna kill you.
You know, fucking old and.
Yeah. You
pneumonia.
have chronic heart disease, whatever the case. You know?
So there's a common misconception that China's economy is amazing, or
It's not.
that,
They've,
no.
they've
Now, for anybody out there, there's a guy by the name, his YouTube channel, Serpenteza.
Mm-hmm.
He lived in China for several years, and I think he finally left in 2021. He was there for like 7 years or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, China has an incredibly false economy. It's
Yeah.
very, very brittle.
They have
And-
wealth, but they don't. It's like kind of like what D'Souza said about Scandinavia. China, if you think about it, they're capitalist in wealth creation, but communist in wealth distribution.
Yeah, and
But the money's just not there.
no.
Right.
But the problem is that they spend money building cities, and then it's
Don't
all
put
these
people in 'em.
they're called ghost cities because they have dozens of them across China that are these massive cities with stupid high rent, and then there's nobody can afford them.
The Chinese
so they end up
government.
just sitting there, so they spend hundreds of millions of dollars
Why?
because they keep trying to boost the economy, and then they use the ghost cities as, oh, we have this mega city, we have this little
Yeah, a lot of those
wonderful
mega
city.
cities too, due to poor construction, are falling apart too.
Yeah, they're all
The Chinese
Well-
government has lots of fucking money. They have lots of money.
No, but
Right.
they've given it.
But they're
false-
communists, so only the
yeah,
government
they've
has
given
the
a-
fucking money.
They've blown up their economy false, to make it look bigger.
Kind of
than
like
it is.
North Korea in that movie, The Interview. Remember that?
We
Yeah.
did that. We did that in 08.
Yeah,
it's
but
it's
China's been
it's
doing
100
that.
times worse is the
Well, I
problem.
understand
Yeah,
that,
it's-
but I'm just talking about a false economy.
Oh yeah,
You know, you do what they did in 05, 06, 07. Yeah, you're gonna have that total collapse like
Right.
we had in 08.
and he was there for 14
And
years.
I'll tell you what, too. This is what bothers me is other countries and other people from other countries able to buy property here, and when the fucking bills due, we're gonna have to fight these motherfuckers, man. Seriously. When China goes, okay, well, you don't have the money, so we're gonna take fucking Idaho. What's gonna happen? You
There's
can't
a lot of
collect on
rednecks in
that shit.
Idaho. Good luck.
Or when the Japanese go, we're going to take Hawaii because we own most of fucking Hawaii. Or I don't know who owns most of Hawaii anymore, but, it's ours. Where's that going to go? I was like, yeah, you're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah.
So just like anything else, like Mexico allows us to lease shit for 100 years. We don't own it. And that's where they think that we owe them a lot is because we had sold them a lot of fucking property and a lot of land and a lot of everything in the United States, which is stupid. Anyway, yeah, they've overinflated their money, so it's all bullshit. And they also fight a different kind of war than we do. They don't build a lot of material; they build a lot of missiles. If you could build one hypersonic missile to every fucking ship. Weigh that one out. How much does a missile cost, and how much does a ship cost nowadays? Was it $4 billion for the Ford or the Reagan or whatever the fuck was
The
just built?
carrier?
Yeah, the carrier.
I don't know.
$4 billion or $5 billion, and what's it cost for a hypersonic missile nowadays? I don't
I have
know.
no idea.
China money is probably fucking $20. But yeah,
$13 billion aircraft.
Knowing that they have
18
that,
billion.
$13
billion.
well, knowing that they have that
Chuck-
technology and that they're actually
They've used it.
putting
a
it to
number
the
of times,
test. Yeah, it's
Russians
it's,
have, too.
It's scary.
yeah. How much is a hypersonic missile now?
Well,
I'll put that dollars to dollars, man, because you don't need to build a big fucking mechanized army. Bell.
Sorry, everybody. That's our dog.
If
She's
if
dying
China
right
if,
here on fucking online.
if China and the powers that be that they're allied with wanted to, when they're ready, want to pull off a Red
15
Dawn
to
style
18
invasion,
million.
they will.
So
EMPs, you know, knocking all of our fucking power out.
it's 1,000 times more money to build an aircraft carrier versus a
Set
hypersonic.
nukes off in orbit to kill our
And one
fucking power
hypersonic
grid.
missile could tear out an aircraft
They
carrier.
could pull that off. if they
One
want to.
one
When-
well
when
placed
they're,
shot
you know,
would just destroy
mobilized.
it.
Well, yeah,
they can do it.
one hypersonic with a low grade fucking nuke's destroyed the fucking.
Yeah.
Probably could destroy a fleet. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
something
Well,
the size of
no question.
the Bikini Island bombs would destroy a fucking fleet. Flat out kill everybody.
Well, like I said too, you know, EMP shit too. They
Yeah.
could
Well, they
detonate
already
nuke
have
in
that.
orbit and fucking knock out like the entire United States power.
Yeah, they already
And
have
invade
the
us Red
EMP
Dawn
stuff.
style. Like
We
they can do that.
we have it as well. We just don't advertise the development of it.
It's just more of the fact that you know the last nuclear bomb ever used was World War II. That was to end a war. If any country
A lot
results
of
in
people say it was used in the Middle East,
well,
and a lot of people are saying that like little not the little boy, the Davy Crockett style nukes were used in against Palestine from Israel, which
however,
I
if
wouldn't doubt
we a full scale war with like China and Russia would probably result in nuclear winter. and
It's a
we're all
lose-lose
dead. The entire
situation.
world's fucked.
It's a war games fucking situation.
Because now everybody has fucking nukes that we're not on good terms with.
yeah. So, but yeah,
And Russia's got the best ones.
they
Russia,
got more than we do.
China, Iran.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
The
Russia's
question
got
is, will
more
the fucking
and better.
missiles work?
Yeah.
You know, we take them offline when they don't work, or when we think
They have
or
literally the power at their fucking fingertips at the push of a button. Everyone combined to literally destroy the fucking planet. I mean, it's how far will they go to defeat the United States? Will they sacrifice the entire fucking planet where nobody's left? I don't know.
It would destroy the planet as we know it. We wouldn't be around anymore. Now, whatever comes up after.
We need to talk to Elon about sending us to Mars.
it's too far away.
The
It's a little
moon's
time.
Joke.
the moon's too far away to be properly
Colonized.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Well, that was one hell of a political
Yeah, 40 minutes
discussion there.
of
That was like
full blown.
that was
Well,
like a damn.
it's not going to stop getting political because
I'll say that was like
as-
a damn Ben Shapiro fucking show.
yeah, as usual, D.
Podcast.
Schneider can suck me backwards.
D.
Just
Schneider.
stared deep into my brown eye while sucking on my penis. D. Snyder approves of "We're not going to take it" as an anthem to ban assault weapons. Suck it, you bitch.
Isn't that kind of an oxymoron?
Yeah, we're not going
Yeah.
to take it. We're going to ban assault weapons. Fuck you. I'm not going to take your shit.
He doesn't. Do you see the people that call them assault weapons don't even know what an assault weapon means or what it actually is. They think AR means assault rifle.
Yeah, they're idiots.
Well, and
Armalite rifle.
if you want to
Armalite rifle.
bring it to its base component, anything can be assault. Anything. If
I
you
wonder if
use
they
it
have
to
any
hit
comments on
somebody,
that.
It's
it
an
is.
assault.
It's an assault
If I threw
weapon.
this hard enough at somebody's fucking neck and it cut their throat open, this is an assault fucking vial open.
An assault knife.
All right, he goes.
An assault pin.
But what defines
assault hammer.
what defines an assault rifle as an assault rifle?
Is automatic fire,
I was about to say,
selector
is
switch.
selective fire.
Yeah.
Rate of fire, safe, semi-auto, full auto, or 3-round burst. The purpose is to assault the fucking position you're firing at, while laying down suppressive fire with fully auto or 3-round burst. While the other half of the team flanks while you lay down suppressive fire.
So
That's
yeah,
assault. And therefore, assault rifle.
would you consider the guns that you use for suppressive fire? Would you consider that a suppression gun, or suppression weapon.
Well, the
most
most
instead of an
effective
assault
the most
weapon.
effective gun
You-
would actually
all
be
guns can be called defensive weapons too.
Yeah.
the most effective gun for suppressive fire is actually a machine gun.
Yeah.
M240 Golf, M249
Something
Saw.
with a massive
50 caliber,
capacity with a
right.
good rate of fire.
That is the most effective suppressive weapon.
Yeah.
It's not like fucking Rambo where, you know, you see a fucking soldier or Marine hold a fucking M60 in one hand mowing motherfuckers down. That's not how it is.
No.
That's Hollywood.
So they have.
If you're like receiving, indirect fire from, the position ahead of you, the machine gunner's gonna drop to the fucking deck and he's gonna fucking, throw lead in the direction of the incoming fire.
So with the D. Snyder thing, one of the replies it shows an M1 Garand, Garand, whatever you gun motherfuckers, and AR style or possibly M4 style. I'm not sure if it's full automatic or not. AR, and it shows a picture. It says one of these has been used in war. Dumb motherfucker. The Garand was used in World War II, and the M4 is used or M16 has been used from Vietnam to now.
Correct.
So, if that's an AR semi-automatic, it's never been used in a fucking war.
So that being said, the whole fully automatic thing, if you're a rifleman and you carry an M16 or an M4, it's more effective that you fire in semi-automatic anyway, because you're not spraying and praying to suppress fire. You're actually targeting your fucking silhouette.
So, I got two things for you. The Garand, the guys used to use their empty stripper clips, and they would take them and they'd throw them against rocks to lure out Japanese or whoever else that they were firing at, to lure them out thinking that they just ran out of ammo. So they would
'Cause
throw
you're
them and you hear the ching, and all of a sudden they get up, start running, boom, 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 wipe them out.
Holy crap.
Now, second thing, I watched I think it was a mob hit go down, and it was an automatic submachine gun. Dude walked in, sprayed, missed every shot.
Well,
Took him 2 clips to wipe out 2 people.
You're not gonna when you fire an automatic weapon, if you don't have control, therefore like
Well, plus
forward grip and like you're fucking prone, and you have
Yeah.
don't have a bipod or whatever the case is. What does a fucking gun, any gun, do when you fire at one time?
pops
So you
up.
hold the trigger down. What's it gonna do?
Well, and then on top of that, especially for any smaller caliber guns, they have a tendency to have really high fire rate. So within 2 seconds, the guy wiped out 30 rounds, then had to reload real quick, and he's fucking freaking out like, oh shit, shit.
Yeah, that's why a lot of machine guns, especially of heavier calibers, are mounted.
Yeah.
Like an MG nest, machine gun nest.
As a former commanding, Timothy Norden is former commanding general of the Infantry Center at Fort Benning and chief of infantry. I know a bit about weapons. Let me state unequivocally, for all intents and purposes, the AR-15 and rifles like it are weapons of war. Major General Eaton. Okay. If you say so. I mean, he's a fucking idiot too. A lot of these generals haven't even fired some of these fucking guns except for in boot camp. Once they go into officer training and they've had the college, they're just going straight up the fucking list and not really combat vets. What I would consider a combat vet anyway.
No, they may be in the field, but they're, in the fucking tent, behind the radio.
Or even just fucking 2,000 miles away making fucking phone calls.
Right.
Yeah, send this group of guys to fucking die for this stupid bullshit over here. We don't fucking care. Just throw men and material at it.
Yeah, and who do a lot of, generals, usually they're politicians, in a way.
And the other one, shotguns are used in combat. They are used in combat a lot. Mossberg has a big fucking contract.
Yeah. You ever heard of a trench gun?
Yeah. They use bolt action rifles, M24. They use all kinds of shit, Fuck, even, well, I'm not going to bring up that one. Never mind. People are fucking, big baddie. Anyway, yeah, Dee Snider's a fucking idiot.
Here you go, and a little change of topic. Lars Ulrich. Lars Ulrich says that he reads online comments every now and then about the band.
Metallica's music.
So,
Well, and he goes, I challenge anybody in a
great
band
prophet,
to say
Lars.
that they don't read comments. And for me, I guess thinking about Lars is most bands don't take it so personally that they tell the fans to go fuck themselves.
Godsmack does.
Oh, have they really?
Fuck, man. So I watched Godsmack on, I don't know if it was Facebook or Instagram or something like that, but they'll like say, oh, we've got some new dates, and somebody will say, oh, well, aren't you gonna, why not in Illinois or something? And they'll go, didn't you read the damn thing? It's this, we're not going there. We are not the ones that
They probably don't
schedule
wanna
it.
get
That's
shot.
why we have promoters.
They would have to.
And I'm
They would
like,
have to play in Chicago. They'd get fucking.
damn,
They'd get
man.
robbed.
They were always like so like they're like rough. It's pretty rough.
Well, no.
God.
That's well, for that situation, that's just saying, hey, this is the fucking schedule. We don't control it. Lars told the fans that they don't know anything about music when they criticized one of the albums. He was all
Oh.
pissed off about it, and he was telling fans that basically go fuck themselves, that they're too stupid to realize
So, but for better
how
or for
good the
worse,
music was.
for better or for worse, Metallica, caught a lot of shit for, the Black Album
It's on
on
the other
Forward.
Yeah.
So, they got a lot of hate, but at the same time, they still, succeeded as, one of the greatest metal bands of all time.
Yeah. Of course.
And the thing too, like you were saying, not so much about Godsmack being not giving a fuck about what they say, but if they don't tour in certain states, it's probably because whatever size venue they need is already booked and they can't book.
Well, this is the shit though. So Godsmack's gonna be here in Daytona at Rockville, but nowhere near anywhere else around here in Florida.
Same
Well,
with
so-
a lot of bands that are on that
So
same
you-
ticket.
Yeah, so like Rob Zombie,
Pantera,
all of them.
Creator.
Which
Yeah.
sucks that you have to spend $500 or $700
Yeah.
to a couple of days that you don't even want to fucking go.
Yeah, there's only one day.
There's
that I
2
wanna
days
go.
for me.
Okay, technically for me there's 2 days, but only on one of those days I only care to see one band, and that's like Suicidal Tendencies. And like the last day.
Because Suicidal is actually on Thursday with Rob Zombie and stuff,
Yeah.
That'd be fucking.
Yeah.
which would be kick-ass for me.
I would only care to see Suicidal Tendencies, but on that day. But then the Pantera day is Pantera, Creator, Alice Cooper. There's some really fucking good ones on that one. I can't remember who else, but I really want to see Creator.
On a lighter note, everybody can go pay Tommy Lee $5,000 to clip a bonsai tree and keep it. Yeah,
What?
What?
Tommy Lee's auctioning off a fucking session with him to clip a bonsai tree and take it home
Oh.
That's
for
so
$5,000.
fucking
Starting
gay.
from $5,000.
I think he overvalues himself.
Bonsai!
Well, no, they don't, because people are stupid enough to pay that kind of fucking money to be with.
So, alright, so more local news, right? We talked about Rockville.
Yeah.
Deicide's going to be here Friday. I'm going to that. I think the following Friday is Morbid Angel. That's out in Tampa. I'm not going to that one.
No, because your wife and I are going to go see Shinedown the 15th.
Yeah, but they're on Friday. I don't think that's the 15th. They're on like
No,
the 21st.
Friday. The 15th is a Saturday.
And then the 22nd is fucking Anvil. I can't wait to go to that.
So,
yeah.
on another note, Sylvester Stallone, I don't know if you guys know, he's not participating in the new Creed movie.
No, yeah, they didn't ask him
Is it
to.
supposed to be
They-
Rocky or something?
No, he refused to participate.
Rocky
Oh,
Balboa?
I thought
Oh,
they
really?
didn't
Why?
want him to.
Well, he doesn't have any rights to Rocky,
Yeah.
right?
And
Well,
that's
apparently there was a deal
Why does he
discussed.
not have rights to Rocky?
Right?
he
Did
sold.
sell
No,
it?
he didn't.
No.
No,
Does he have the
some
rights to
people
Rambo at
that
least?
when he initially was supposed to get rights, somebody that he thought he was close to said, "Okay, yeah, we want to give me the rights," and then sold the fucking rights without him knowing. So he wasn't even aware that he had rights until they were gone. And the creator Irwin Winkler or whatever the hell,
Yeah.
is refusing to release any of the stock rights now. He's not willing to give him any kind of rights.
That's bullshit.
Then the other side of it is he doesn't like where the story's going because the story's getting really dark. And he goes, "I'm a sentimentalist. I've done Rocky for 45 years now." And he goes, I don't mind my heroes getting beat up, but I don't think it needs to get too dark like that. People have enough darkness in their life already.
I agree with
So
you.
he
Yeah,
doesn't.
He gave his dog up and stuff when he made the first Rocky. He guess he couldn't take care of him or whatever, but he ended up getting him back.
Well, see, the thing is if you ever watch him online do his YouTube stuff or whatever, he's always got a positive message. He's a very positive person, you know.
Very
When
much
you hear
so.
him, he doesn't. There's no politics. There's no nothing. He goes, "Hey, this is what we're doing. We got Rocky 4.
I made a buzz.
We got Rocky 4, and he and Dolph Lundgren. It's always positive shit. And then he was doing signatures and stuff and talking about it and how life can drag you down and
Yeah.
you know you just gotta
Fight through
it's some
it.
kind of positive message always.
Mhm.
The man, I don't know what has happened in his life. I don't know if he's always been this humble. You hear things, but when you hear him fucking talk, it's like, man, the dude's like fucking almost like Gandhi with the way, it's like look for the positive and shit.
He
He's
grew
awesome.
up. He grew up poor and he grew up fighting. He grew up in street fights all the time. So and his dream was always to be an actor. He always wanted to be able to have enough money to do the projects he wanted to do. And when Rocky came around, it finally gave him enough money to do other movies, and then he did Rambo, and from then on, it was literally only shit he ever wanted to do. That's all he ever did.
I think that's
Because he had
cool
enough
thing.
money to say, I can do this.
Yeah.
There was an interview back in like the late 70s or something, early 80s, with him saying that, it's all I ever wanted to be was an actor ever since I was growing up.
Yeah. So, Indiana Jones 5 gets a huge update as Harrison Ford exits franchise. I don't know what that's about. I don't care. They lost me on all that shit from Phoebe Waller crap.
I think Harrison Ford was saying he hated it anyway.
No. He said he hated Han Solo. Yeah.
Oh, that was like the best character in Star Wars, in my opinion.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, he didn't like the newer one, right? He didn't like this last series or sequel.
From what I heard, is Harrison Ford wanted to be killed off in Return of the Jedi,
Mhm,
but
and
they
wouldn't
didn't do it because they feared it would hurt toy sales. Seeing the diehard Star Wars fans that are like younger kids see Harrison Ford die, they don't see him as like a hero or anything, so they're like not gonna buy the fucking action figures or some shit. I don't know.
If he hated it so much, why keep playing it?
Well, he didn't
Well,
hate it.
He played it once.
He came back as like in the comeback and like the
After Return of the Jedi.
and the continuation.
I'm just saying, and
His
if,
money.
if he hated the character at any point,
When he talks, bullshit walks.
yeah.
He just wanted it to end, and
Well, he got killed in it.
but I guess it's probably something sentimental because that was probably one of the biggest career moves he did with Star Wars. I mean,
Yeah.
Star Wars made all of them fucking big.
Right.
Yeah, but I think he was doing. I don't know. It was. What?
Florida passes. There you go.
So, yeah. So the new Demon 170, 1,000+ horsepower car.
Yeah,
It's a Challenger, right?
That's a Challenger.
blowing up.
8.5 seconds a quarter mile, 1.6 seconds 0 to 60.
Really?
Fucking fast car.
Mhm.
An old dealer trick to get them to sell the cars. Dodge is like, you're not fucking selling these cars for, you know, $150,000. A car is $100,000 car. Base car, Demon 170 is $100,000 car.
Yeah,
Makes me want to
Jesus.
go out and fucking buy one, man.
I'd love
I
to
can,
own
I
one,
can
but I'm not
almost,
gonna-
I can almost afford
not
that
gonna
if I put a second out on a house. By the way, it'd be a $200,000 car in a couple of years anyway. So, not that you'd want to sell it.
Well,
What
the stuff
the
you put
dealer
into it.
trick is what they do is they sell them to employees for that sticker price. The employees sell it back to the dealer
As a used car.
as a used car, and then they fucking mark up the car. So you have a car with maybe a couple miles on it, and now it's a $150,000 car. How shiesty is that?
That's bull.
That is fucking. That's yeah.
Isn't that
That
one
is
of the?
shiesty shit?
Isn't that one of the car that like Ozzy was doing that ad for? That like if you donate, you might win a Dodge Demon.
I don't know. It could have been
I think
years ago,
it was.
but
No,
this
it was
one-
more recent.
Yeah, this is
it was
the
like last year.
Maybe.
But the Demon 170, MSRP of $99,666.
The one that Ozzy was doing was just a Dodge Demon, not the Demon 170.
But it was a Demon though, right?
Well,
Yeah, it was a Demon.
But you can fully load the motherfucker, and that includes the sunroof and the whole everything that comes with the car for $130,000. Get this, the sunroof's $10,000.
The fuck?
That's,
Well, the sunroof is $10,000 because Dodge does not want to, and they want to discourage putting sunroofs in.
That's just a little less than what I paid for my truck.
Better be made out of transparent
You
aluminum.
you have to
One
you
in that car.
you'd have to you there's got to be extra bracing in the car because you're taking the structural integrity away, cutting
Yeah.
a fucking hole in a roof.
And that son of a bitch is fast, so
Yeah.
they don't want to mess with it.
Yeah, no, I'd want a stripped down model. I'd want everything to make it go fast. And I would want, if they're selling the box like they did the old Demon with the extra set of tires and the fucking computer and all that
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
that's the only other thing I'd want in that car. You know, other than that, you know, I don't give a shit. I'd want the fucking base model.
Yeah, that's like a fucking mortgage payment right there.
Yeah, it's a house for some people, yeah. But I would love to do, but they have a new one called the Scavenger 1320. It's $50,000. But
That's just a
yeah,
little.
they're saying some of the demons, because they've already done that, they
Demon,
sold them to
demon.
employees and they bought them back. Some of them were going for $200,000 now.
Yeah, that's just.
I just read down an article. That's fucking bullshit.
That's more than what I paid for my house.
And I want to be honest with you. If I was an employee in that fucking dealership, well, you better be giving me a fucking bonus, motherfucker. I want a percentage of this. You know. Yeah, it's bullshit. That is such a fucked up way to deal with your customers.
Yeah, it's really fucked.
You know.
So,
Well, fuck Dodge anyway for going electric. So this is it. So what's up?
apparently, I don't know if you've heard of the Super Pigs. It's it's a normal pig, domesticated pig that was bred with a wild boar
Yeah.
called Super Pigs. Or
Well,
a bit
like 800-pound
beefier,
pigs,
bit
yeah.
stronger and shit. Could be invading us now. And we already have a boar problem.
Yeah.
Here, piggy.
Well, that's fine. I'm gonna buy me a 300 Win Mag and get some fucking bacon on it.
I was
too.
about to say
Good
that's.
for half a year.
I was about to say that's.
You get a freezer big enough, I'd never run out of pork.
That's your protein right there for when the economy collapses. You know.
Oh yeah, you'd never run out of food.
Good. Well, I just, that's the whole thing too. When you have a civil war, your economy collapses. You can do alligator, deer, all kinds of shit out here.
Gross stuff.
Yeah.
All I give a shit about is just cutting the tail off the fucking alligator. The rest of the motherfucker can crawl away off all I care. I don't. It doesn't bother me.
Well, that's where all the meat is in the tail.
Yeah. It's all the real meat, the edible shit.
The rest of the body is what they make the leather with.
Yeah, that's boots and belts and all kinds of shit.
And you see it at some hole in the wall fucking Jiffy Mart in the middle of
Yeah.
bumfuck nowhere, the alligator heads.
Mm-hmm. So. Yep.
Anyhow,
Is that it?
Yeah, hour and 4 minutes.
hour and 4 minutes. Well, on that note, this has been a productive show. Telling plenty of bending some elbows and telling some lies, I guess.
Lies and theatricality.
Yeah, live from the tablecloth here. Ah, I said it. He likes that. On that note, that's a good night, and I don't know, have a decent tomorrow
If tomorrow comes.
when tomorrow comes.